So, I'm kind of an emotional mess right now, which doesn't take much for me, really. But I found a seizure diary. I mean, it's been on a cedar chest for a while now. I just kind of blew it off. It's just like, oh, it's a little sketchbook, whatever. And I just now used it to jot down some notes from a phone call. Um, so I was flipping through it, and it's seizures I recorded. I just looked at it, 12 seizures within a quarter of a year. Maybe a third, but yeah, it makes me emotional for sure. Because it's like, wow, didn't realize I had that many. Because if you look in my epilepsy diary playlist, I really mentioned highlights, but I didn't realize I had this many. Like, one I recorded was before we went to Salt Lake, and I was just lying in bed, I guess. When we went to the hospital, the first go round, I guess I had one in the parking lot. Just, I didn't realize how many I had. Had a quick seizure and in July, getting breakfast in the morning. I had another one in August 2018, shopping at a shoe store. Don't remember that. September 1st, 2018, I was going to bed. It was midnight, so I'm not sure if it was a seizure or I was just tired. Some of these are vague. Like, I just wrote night, afternoon, morning, some of them. This one was night, duration, because some of this, yeah, it's duration, situation, time, date. And this was probably just stuff my doctor told me to write. Duration, don't know. Situation, I don't know. All right. This one was noon. This must have just been either me visiting Josh or Josh visiting me. Duration, don't know. Situation, wrestling with Josh. Anxiety attack. Not that kind of wrestling. Get your mind out of the gutter. Yeah, I knew about that one. And then the car accident. And that's all I recorded. Those are my early seizures, but just, how many was that? Hang on. That's 16 I recorded from July to November. I didn't talk about that many when I first started recording my epilepsy playlist. I didn't realize I had that many. But it hits hard. It's like, wow, I went through that crap. Because I really only thought about the big ones. Sorry, I'm congested. That's not like crying, sniffling. Like, that's congestion. Because I'm going to start cleaning more house. Well, one more house, and they've got critters. And I'm kind of allergic. As long as I take like an antihistamine, I'll be okay. But anyway, yeah, It hits hard. It's like, wow, that sucked. Like, I'm debating tearing out those pages or just keeping them as mementos. Because I'm a really sentimental person, believe it or not. I'm a very sentimental person. Like, I've got a bunch of cards up on my walls. My room's kind of a mess right now, so I'm not going to flaunt them. It just hits different. Like, if I could go back when this was all going on, and if I could tell myself it's going to be okay, I don't know what I'd do. Because at the time, it was not okay. Like, nothing about it was okay. It all sucked. It all sucked. And again, I think it was just trauma that triggered it. Just traumatic stuff that just eventually bubbled up and just spewed out into brain poop. In other news, student teaching, I'd say it's a good experience minus middle schoolers. Middle schoolers are demons. Like, you have to be a special type of teacher to actually enjoy teaching middle school. And maybe it just comes with time. I don't know. But they're devils. Like, I was super, super close to just losing all my cool. Because they were just being buggers. Just mean little buggers. And I asked my mom, and I'm like, it's like, Mom, was I just terrible in middle school? She said, no, not really. You were pretty good. I was bullied in middle school. Like, kids were really mean to me. I was picked on, and I brought that home with me and picked on my sisters because of it, because it was like secondhand picking. There was one time, yeah, I'm looking at you, Justine. There was one time we were getting ready for lunch. I think I was 7th grade. That sounds about right. Yeah, I was 7th grade. Getting ready for lunch. I guess it was karma for me for sneaking a pop into my lunchbox for school. I guess that was karma on me because, I mean, my parents probably didn't want me bringing soda to school. But yeah, some kid comes, steals my Coke out of my lunchbox. Legal Coke, not that Coke. Steals my Coke, cracks it open, dumps it on my head for no good reason. I'm just minding my own. Kids were mean to me, man. No wonder I'm having seizures. Kids are mean. So yeah, I'm spending time with middle schoolers. I'm just like, man, kids are bad. I like elementary. They're fun. Actually, I went to the post office recently here, and a couple of them recognized me. It was really sweet. And the school I go to student teach, it's a ways away. It's a good 20 minutes, good 20 miles. Excuse me. And kids noticed me. And it was dark. I couldn't really tell who they were. And they saw me and they're like, Miss Smith! I was like, hi! like I said, I couldn't tell who they were, but it's really sweet. Yeah, I know I wouldn't get that sentiment from older kids because they're kind of jerks. High school maybe, but middle school no. They're rude. And I really appreciate my cooperating teacher. She's awesome. I do. I appreciate her a lot. So, right, moving on from that, wedding planning. I want to be married just so I can stop wedding planning. So sick of wedding planning. Josh has been working on our house. That's a new development. We got a house. So he's been remodeling that. Took off wallpaper, I think a month ago, and then he's been working on painting, I think a month and a half ago. He's gonna hire somebody. We're gonna hire somebody out to remodel the bathroom because we have a cast iron tub that we have to take out. It's like, yeah, dude, I don't want you taking that out on your own. So there's that. I'm excited. The front has flower beds, and I'm like, yay, I like that. Because I like to garden. So my big thing now is not only finishing student teaching, but job applications. So my hair is getting long. Very long. I hate it. Because one of my big gripes with it is when I buckle my seatbelt and the seatbelt retracts and takes my head with it. It's like, that's real nice. Let's not do that. Yeah. Been trying to wean out my crap. You don't know how much crud you have till you gotta move. Like, I've got crap I'm trying to sell that I brought home, that I brought from my mom's house, because it's like, well, I don't want to pitch this, because it's probably worth something. So, trying to sell that. Not much else to say. Just school. I don't enjoy appeasing the college. I think I mentioned my recital a couple months ago, several months ago at this point. And I had this weird postpartum depression sort of sensation with it, because it's like, well, that was my baby. There it goes. Goodbye. And now it's like that sensation is long gone. Because I don't have to practice. Because the thing was, it's like, I have nothing to practice now. I have nothing to really challenge me. That's not true. I could find literature that'd challenge me, but with where I'm at now, it's like, yeah, I don't want to go to that effort. No. Because with where I'm at now, I've been helping kids that play flute. Because there are a few that just, they need extra coaching. Especially the ones that are going to be doing solos for a contest. Sorry, I'm really congested. It's gross. Hopefully I get over this. Because I had COVID a few months ago. That stank. That was ridiculous. I was over it for a bit, and now I just have allergies. And after a while, it just became my asthma. It was just like, thanks. Because I couldn't get over it. So I finally went to a clinic, and I'm like, help. And so we went over the symptoms, and she's like, yeah, this is just your asthma. And I said, yeah, I kind of figured. Because if it's not one thing, it's another. So, yeah, thankfully I can breathe for the most part. I mean, asthma still, because asthma. Can't win. But now I'm just really congested, because critters. So, yeah, now that I've bored you enough, I'm going to sign out. Have a good one. Bye.